Hey, what's going on YouTube? Hey, today I have a 2002 Lexus ES300 behind me. The radiator is busted on this car, so I'm going to replace it with a brand new radiator. And I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Okay, first off, when you open up the hood, you can see all this coolant all over the motor. It's everywhere. You can see the coolant spray everywhere. And then if you come over here, you kind of happen to notice that the radiator broke right here by the neck. So this hose was just dangling. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace this baby. Man, this thing has a lot of leaks too, as you can tell. Not to judge, but I'm sure this car's seen better days. Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and start taking all this plastic piece off and all this junk so we can get to the radiator, which is right below, right here. So once you remove all the clips on this plastic piece right here, just go ahead and grab it out the way and just secure it somewhere where it won't get broken. I'm just gonna lay it on top of the car here for now. Okay, so now we got the air, I don't know what you want to call this, air vents, air tube, or whatever the hell it is. 10mm bolts. You can use a socket, a wrench, whatever you prefer. Okay, this thing comes off right off. Just gonna sit it right there. I have to remove the battery holder or tie down, which I've already done. So I'm gonna go ahead and secure that. And then I'm gonna remove the battery completely by loosening up the negative and positive terminal. So after you remove the battery, this air duct, or whatever it's called, still has to be removed. So I removed the two 10mm bolts that secures this little plate right here. So once you remove those, you can move that out the way and pretty much just pop this out. So I believe that's the easiest way to do this job without removing the air box. Removing the air box just takes more time, and you know, you don't want to do that if you don't have to. So let me go ahead and just stick these screws back in here. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and start unplugging all this electrical plugs or connectors, I should call them. Plug all these, and she should be almost ready to get out. So what you want to do now is go ahead and jack your car up. You can put it on the jack stands, on a ramp, whichever your preferred method is. So I got my jack on the car right now. The car is already jacked up, just so I can crawl underneath and work. And down here, I already removed the plastic liner, so I can reach the bottom hose and also the lines. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. There's two lines underneath here, guys. There's one right here, and then the second one is right here. So you gotta remove both of these lines, and then the bottom hose right here as well. And of course, you might wanna go ahead and drain your coolant while you're down here. And then make sure you have a drain pan to catch the rest of the coolant coming from this bottom hose right here. So here's mine. Let's go ahead and drain this fluid out real quick, remove those lines, and let's get to it. So the hoses at the bottom, well, the bottom hose and the lines are both unfastened. So now it's time to remove the radiator from the top. Okay, so remove the radiator from here. You're gonna have to release this bar right here, this little metal piece. It's 4 bolts. It's 2 right here, 1 here, 2 here, and there's 2 on the opposite side as well. So that's 4. And then you also have to release this little black piece right here from the bottom. That's also, all 5 of these bolts are 10mm. Once you release it, be very careful with the harness to make sure you don't break it, or bust it, I should say. Let me go ahead and unhook it from here. Okay. Once this bar is pretty much out the way, your radiator can be taken off. So now just make sure everything is unhooked from it and take your time with it. But yeah, it's pretty much ready to come out. Okay, she's out. All right, so now what you gotta do is remove this fan and switch everything over to the new radiator, which I got sitting behind me. Again, it's just 10mm bolts. 1, 2, 3, and I'm pretty sure it's 2 down here somewhere. But that's it. 3 up here. Slide it off. Stick it back to the new radiator and insert it back in place, kind of like the same way I took this old one off. So I've already loosened the 3 bolts that hold on the fan, and I can pretty much just slide it off, just like that, and it will come right off pretty much. And then make sure you unhook this sensor, and then remove the sensor. I've already broke it loose. Make sure you take this off and switch it over to the new radiator, because the new one doesn't come with a sensor unless you're paying top dollar for yours. But mine didn't come with one, so I'm gonna go ahead and loosen the sensor and transfer it over to the radiator. Looks kind of gross. I'm gonna clean this out a little bit. Yeah. I mean, it would be wise to replace it, but you know, we don't really have the budget for that right now. So yeah, let's go ahead and just clean this up a little bit, and then go ahead and insert it. And it's gonna go right here. So you will have to remove this piece right here. This is pretty much, I guess, here to just prevent things from going into the radiator. So I'm gonna remove that. Okay guys, so installation is basically the opposite of removal. The radiator is already sitting in place. I've already got the fan bolted up to it. All I got to do now is basically hook up all the connectors, hoses, lines, install the battery, the air ducts or air intake system or whatever back in place. Let me see what else. Hope I'm not missing anything. And pretty much fill it up with a coolant, bleed the system, and that's that. If you guys have any questions, please leave it down below in the comments. Don't forget to smash that like button, and please subscribe if you haven't done so. Peace out.